goodies, it's your girl AyChristene, and today we are checking out another Snarled video. This is Beware of the Bulgarian Samodiva, something scary snarled, as suggested by Things Starling. The link for this video is in the description box below for you to check out. I was kind of like uncomfortable after our last one with the grandma, and I'm feeling, since it says Bulgarian Samodiva, I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's a Bulgarian fable of like a creature or monster, or if it's like a story of some other family that's got some, you know, demon-like situation and they're, you know, putting it out on somebody else, which is kind of creepy. But nonetheless, we're gonna check out and find out what's in store. Link down below. Let's get started.
Hi, Oddings. It's your Ate Sapphire.
Hello.
Welcome to Something Scary. If you want to listen to the extended version of this episode, head over to Apple Podcasts by clicking the link in the description below. Hey, okay. I'm Sapphire.
Hello.
Want to hear something scary?
Creepy. Code Siren. Inspired by Alex.
The following is inspired by a true story from Alex, whose father, Vasil, served in the Bulgarian People's Army in 1982.
Okay.
Vasil was 18 when he was sent for 2 years of military service, starting in 1982.
Okay, way before I was born.
He was dispatched to a border post along the defensive line between Bulgaria and Turkey. His job was border guard, and his main duty was to patrol the electrified border fence.
All right.
Mostly, it was to make sure nobody left the country during a time of severe restriction of movement under the communist government.
Oh, yeah.
His orders were to shoot on sight.
Goodness.
No exceptions.
Dear.
One night, he and his best friend Ivan were patrolling the border as usual with their dog.
Okay.
Ivan was a far senior soldier, much larger and stronger than Vasil, with a kind of look only veteran soldiers had.
Oh.
He described the night as still and cold, and the moon shone through the clear sky during the night. There was a light breeze that whistled faintly across the open plains between the two borders. All was well and normal, and their routine patrol was near their end. Much like most days, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. And the two men started to make their way back to the camp.
All right.
They were almost back to base when, all of a sudden, Ivan stopped. He turned his head to the darkness.
You hear that?
Do you hear that?
Oh, twinsies.
Vasil stopped to listen, and his eyes widened as he heard what sounded like singing. The two men listened and listened as the singing continued and seemingly became louder.
Okay.
Vasil stood still, yearning to know who was singing so beautifully.
It does sound beautiful,
then,
but it's creepy.
Their dog started to growl. Softly at first, until it started barking furiously as the singing came closer and closer. Ivan grabbed Vasil. Listen to me very carefully, he said. I need you to run back to checkpoint B, get on the radio, and call for reinforcements. Tell them code siren. They'll know what you mean. What? Why? Do as I say. Do you understand?
All right, yeah.
All this over some singing?
Just
this
do
isn't
it.
The Turks or the Americans. This is much more serious than that. Now go.
Oh, wow.
By this time, the singing had become so loud it was almost unnerving.
Really?
As if the source was as close as a few meters away.
Oh my goodness.
Vasil looked around in panic, gripping his rifle in fear and confusion.
All right.
Vasil started to run.
Okay, good.
He knew that the checkpoint was less than a kilometer away and that he could make it there in a few minutes if he really ran for it.
All right, so do it.
Behind him, he heard the barking and the growling of their dog change into whimpers and cries.
Oh my goodness.
Which was followed by bursts of automatic fire that ripped through the night air.
Oh my gosh.
The fire sustained until he had finally reached the radio at the checkpoint. Checkpoint B to base. Checkpoint B to base. We have a situation here. Code siren. I repeat, code siren.
All right.
Requesting immediate reinforcements. Over.
I'm glad he finally did it.
Checkpoint B. Reinforcements are inbound. What is your status update? Over. As the response came, the gunfire continued, followed by a scream, as if from a young woman in pain.
Really?
Vasil stood petrified, his hands trembling. I don't know. My comrade is currently engaging. I don't know what's going on. He shouted into the radio, desperately hoping for some help.
Hurry up and get there, people!
A cracked response from the radio came. Vasil struggled to make out the words as the gunfire continued on in the distance.
What did it say?
Then, a man's scream, and the gunfire stopped. Total silence. As the broken message of the radio became nothing but static.
Really?
Vasil began to panic, wondering whether to help Ivan or to wait for reinforcements.
Oh my goodness. They should be coming, right?
And listened carefully. But nothing.
Nothing at all.
Only silence.
Oh no.
Then suddenly, the singing. The most beautiful sound he's ever heard in his life.
Okay.
Basil jumped, shouldering his rifle and aiming into the darkness.
Oh, goodness.
Frantically, he aimed his rifle in different directions as the singing grew louder and louder.
Oh, yeah, because he probably can't really see where she's coming
His
from.
breathing became faster and disjointed. His heart pounded like a drum. The singing came closer and closer, filling his eardrums until...
Till what?
Nothing. Silence again.
Really?
He looked around and listened, trying to see or hear anything he could. Then he saw it.
So what?
A woman with blonde hair that glistened under the moonlight, wearing a white dress.
Yeah, but she was shot.
Stood no less than 300 meters in front of him.
How close is that?
Unbelievably beautiful.
I bet.
Basil flinched, bending down on one knee and aiming his rifle. The woman remained still, evidently not fazed by his threats.
Okay.
Hey, you! Stop there or I'll shoot!
Dear.
No response. He wondered, why would she be here?
Yeah, this is where the whole shoot on sight, like it sucks that they would have that mindset, shoot on sight. But it's the middle of the night, a gorgeous lady standing in the dark. Yeah, you gotta shoot her, okay? Because she is not human, or she should not be there. I'm sorry, but preservation, all right? Why is she here? She didn't say, hey, I need help or anything. She's just standing there looking at you, not saying nothing, and she's not fazed by your gun. She is coming to kill you, okay? That is what that means.
On the border. Was she a spy? Or a defector? Maybe I should go over there and talk to her.
No, don't.
He re-aimed his rifle.
Okay.
Her eyes glowed in the shadows like a cat's in the night.
Where's this reinforcement?
The eerie yellow hue was both terrifying and alluring. Maybe she needs my help. No. He shouted at her.
Time.
Last chance. You surrender or you die.
Yeah.
Again, no response.
Of course not.
He opened fire.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
A full magazine later, and the woman was lying on the floor, dead.
Oh.
He went to examine the corpse just as reinforcements turned up.
Okay, good.
But when he got up close, there was no body.
What?
No blood trails, no drag marks, nothing.
What?
Where did she go? Neither Ivan's nor the dog's bodies were ever found either. What was found were bullet casings and Ivan's rifle left in the mud.
Oh my goodness.
The next morning, Basil told his mother about what had happened. She gave him a tight hug.
Really?
Do you realize how much danger you were in?
Why would happen?
You encountered a Samodiva. According to his mother, they are ancient Bulgarian nymphs that seduce men with their enticing singing voices.
Goodness.
Once they lock them in a trance, they take them away as slaves and torture them to death. Had it not been for Ivan, you would not have lived to tell this tale.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm so happy you're safe.
Super creepy. Now, I can't say that I 100% believe all these stories or don't believe all these stories. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm not 100% like, oh my goodness, this is real, or oh my goodness, it's not real. I know that anything can happen, all right? And I do believe in supernatural situations. So I can't say that this Bulgarian siren would not have been around in the 80s, right? I can't say that because I don't know. I don't want to find out. So I will never go to Bulgaria. Sorry to my Bulgarian buddies. Hopefully we see you in another country nearby eventually. Like as if I'm going on a world tour right now. Eventually, sometime in the future. But oh dear, that's what I want to say. Oh dear, because it's crazy. Like you see things, like I've seen things where you see things where you just cannot completely explain it. So I completely understand the mindset of being like, I ain't gonna mess with it. Or in this situation where the guy was telling him what to do and he was just like questioning a lot of things. I know it sounds weird, but if he's your superior officer, he's like, call for reinforcements. It's not like he's saying, hey, run and never look back and don't come back, which is, I would ask a lot more questions. What are you talking about? But getting reinforcements, go get the reinforcements. If he went and got the reinforcements sooner, maybe Ivan would still be here. That's all I'm saying. Because if he had done it, maybe he would be here still. This is definitely less creepy than the other stuff that we've heard. Like the grandma and all that, like the dead cats and everything, but it's still something I don't want to experience. I don't want to experience. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you like that video, check out the link in the description box below to support Snarled. If you like this video, hug the like button. I love you guys as always, and until next time, buddies. Toodles!